Alright, so we're going to start draining it. And I got several buckets here. So we're going to have to slowly grab these buckets as we need to get the fluid down below. Basically, we've got to empty the solar system and get it down below that pump up there, which you really can't see its movement. But so that's what we have to do. Alright, so I got my new pump here, and I went and tested this, of course, to make sure it was working fine, and it is. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect the power. Alright, so power is off. One of the first things you got to do is disconnect your wire nuts here. There's one. Try and do this one-handed. And you got to disconnect the ground because you got 3 wires coming in here, your hot, your neutral, and your ground. So we'll get that one disconnected. That's it. So we're going to be reusing this setup. So I'm just going to go ahead and hopefully you can see that nut right there for that. We're going to go ahead and loosen that up and take this whole unit right out of here. And now I get plugged into the new one. Alright, take that down like that. Take that nut. And that's, this is ready to go to the other one. I'm just ready to put it back on. I know originally I said I was just going to change the motor itself, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect these flanges here on both sides and just change the whole thing, because I don't know what's wrong, because this pump is coming on. It's just not circulating, it seems. So I don't know if the impeller broke loose. I'll determine that after I get it out of here and get the new one on. It's the only thing I think that can be the problem. So I am going to go ahead and replace the whole thing. So again, I'm just gonna get these started here. Get them all cracked loose a little bit. I hear the air sucking in, so we should get some fluid out of the bottom. The good news is there's no fluid coming out up here on us. Alright, so 2 off. We did get a little bit of liquid, so we got a bucket in here, but not bad. I mean, I didn't know how much it was gonna be, but it turned out to be just really maybe like a cup or 2 up here. Alright. We know it's already broke loose because fluid came out of it. And the other side's still stuck. On your boiler, it may make a difference, or it will make a difference. You want this flow to go the right way. So pay attention when you're taking yours off your heating system so that you put the one you're putting back on flowing in the right direction. Alright, so you saw us take the other one out. We got the new one back in position here. And we got it tightened down. You don't want to over tighten these. You want them good and snug, but you don't want to over tighten them, because that gasket, you know, it's thicker than it sticks out beyond the metal here, so it should just squat it down a little bit, and hopefully that'll seal. We can always come back and snug it up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the wires back on. So I'll just thread this up through the new one here, put this nut back on here so that elbow stays in position, doesn't pull on the wires. Put the ground wire on. You know, they can make these wires just a little bit long. I mean, these screws are a little longer. No, basically, I took the screw off to wrap the wire around it because it's so small you can't get the wire behind the little tabs there. So I just took the screw off, wrapped the wire around it, and then hooked it back up. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I got the ground on, the wire nuts back in position, everything all wired in. Just want to tuck your wires in so they're out of the way, and then put the cover back on, which I don't know what I do with the covers behind me, and then I'll put the screw back in it. But first we gotta fill this thing full of liquid, hope there's no leaks, and then hope next sunny day we get, this thing actually runs. So circulator pump's all back in place. So if you're working on your heating system, you may have to just get the air out of it, and your self-feeding water pressure regulator should take care of the rest, but you're going to have to probably get the air out of the system. Now in my case, I had to completely drain the system, so I have a ton of air. So we're going to use this pump and start to return all of this fluid back in the system. So one hose will be sucking out of there, the other one right now will be returning air, but eventually it'll return fluid and we'll use up all the buckets of stuff. And then we'll adjust these valves slowly to build the pressure up on the system. Keep the pressure up, make sure we circulate enough fluid around the whole entire thing so there's no air, and then we'll get it right around 10 pounds of pressure, and then we'll shut things down, close the valves, shut the pump off, and wait for the sun to come out.